Hi, and welcome to the Route to CISO podcast. It's me, Chris Rides. I'm going to be your host, and I'm going to be chatting to seasoned Chief Information Security Officers about their career journeys. We're going to be unencrypting their real-life stories and searching for the hidden keys to help you fast-track your cybersecurity career. I'll ask you one question just about, because you're a hiring manager, and you've given a lot of advice around networking and how important that is, but is there anything else that you would say to people out there, whether they're joining the industry, whether they're experienced? It's a tough time now to stand out from a lot of people, right? Sure. Is there any sort of, if you could give them one tip, what would be the sort of one tip you'd give them? And I know we've talked about networking, so maybe something other than networking, because they've already got that one.
Yeah, I would say it's not just about the technical skills. So when I'm looking to hire somebody, depending on the role, it may need a certain expertise that it's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, especially if it's a maybe not even entry level, but it's a couple steps even beyond the entry level, we can teach a lot of the technology. Like, we can get you there if you don't have expertise in, I don't know, a system, whatever the role is. If you've got capacity to learn on the technical side, we can do the hard skills and get you there. It's the soft skills. It's the emotional intelligence. It's understanding how to problem solve. What I see a lot today, unfortunately, and what I think some of the challenges, maybe at the university level or even in the home, and that's a whole nother conversation, but is kind of resilience around problem solving. Figuring out how to figure something out. Like, just that skill set of, okay, how do I approach a problem? And I don't know the answer, but here's the method at which I'm going to go find the answer. If you have that, you can overcome a lot of deficiencies in your hard skills. So that's my advice.
Yeah, no, that's a great piece of advice. And I think as we move to this sort of AI age now, being able to utilize AI and ask the right prompts, right? Ask the right questions, get it to work in a way to get exactly what you need is going to become such a high skill set, because a lot of the grunt work and stuff, we were already automating it away, but now we're going to be able to control it with people that don't have to have the top of the top tech skills, but they've got to have those communication skills to utilize it. So I think that's a great piece of advice. My very last question, I always end on it, is a piece of advice that you'd give yourself. So if you think about early career Don, like, what's, you've grown wise over the years. What's the piece of advice that you tell yourself, or that you'd wish you'd sort of maybe done a bit sooner?
Let's see. Well, the advice I would give my younger self is be intentional about how you use your time and what you prioritize. Because there's a lot of different things you can focus on, right? But what I've learned over time in my career is pausing, taking a moment to even write down, what am I focusing on? What are my priorities? And that could be personal or professional. What am I trying to achieve, so that I'm not pulled in different directions just because it's a good idea to do something or it's an opportunity. If I go back to what I'm trying to accomplish, it could be a good opportunity. And so, note to self, be willing to say no, be willing to stay laser focused on what your priorities are, and make sure you revisit those, but clearly articulate those for yourself and follow that.
Yeah, I think that's a great piece of advice for everybody as well. Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Route to CISO podcast. If there's something you really want me to ask on the next episode, or if you're a CISO who wants to inspire the next generation, please reach out. I'll leave a URL to my LinkedIn profile, and make sure you connect and message me there. We're always looking for feedback, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.